The Wallabies are back in Mendoza, the fourth largest metropolitan centre in Argentina, to the southwest of Buenos Aires. And the venue is the Estadio Malvinas Argentina, built for the 1978 Football World Cup. Capacity of around 40,000. It's not a complete sellout, but as we know from the Argentina crowds, it will sound like it is a packed house. So the Pumas arriving at the ground. It's a fine day in Mendoza, and they are looking to go back-to-back at this venue against the Wallabies. The Australians arriving now. Greg Clark in the chair alongside me, Phil Kearns, and also Rod Kafer. Mario Ledesma getting off the bus, the scrum coach. He's had a big week.
Big week, a lot of work to do there. Philly in the front row.
Yeah, they're a powerful scrum, the Argentinians. Really, it's been the trademark of their performances, well, forever, really. Jaco Piper refereeing today the coin toss.
Between the two hookers, Stephen Moore of Australia, Augustine Cravey from Argentina. Cravey scored a double last week against the All Blacks in Christchurch. So good conditions as we get set for this Rugby Championship encounter. And head-to-head, these two teams have played 23 times. Australia have won 17, Argentina 5, and there was one draw in 1987. In Argentina, it's Australia with 5 wins, Argentina 4. Final words there for the Pumas. And the Wallabies arrived earlier in the week, had a vicious training session to blow away the jet lag and the cobwebs. Left a little bit of blood out on the paddock.
Nothing like that first run around. Front row, Kearnsey, so important.
Yeah, Herrera, Creevy, next flanker, gets around the park well, and Ayeza Lavanini, he's the new boy into the squad. 18 caps, but only 22 years of age. Juan Montez Fernandez Lobe, terrific flanker.
Landaho and Sanchez. Landaho hasn't missed a game in the championship. New look, centre Perry Moroni and Cecino. Young centres playing there. Speed, but not a great deal of size in the back three. Comanche Cordero and Juan Imhoff make up the back three for the Pumas.
So the Wallabies, remember that 5 of the past 6 in this fixture have been decided by 7 points or less. Israel Folau and the match winner last week, Kurandrani, making his way out. The Wallabies, let's go through that pack, Phil.
Yeah, obviously need a big performance at scrum time. Slipper needs to improve from last week. Simmons and Skelton require a bit more accuracy at the breakdown and a working back row.
Phipps and Foley again, the Waratah pairing in the halves. Savita Kurandrani, Matt Tamua, the Brumbies 12 and 13, and then Joe Tamani in on the left wing with Adam Ashley Cooper, and of course Israel Folau at fullback.
Folau playing his 31st game of international rugby. He has started in all of those 31 test matches and pulled off a dramatic come-from-behind victory over the Springboks in Brisbane last weekend. And coach Michael Cheika, that was his first win on Aussie soil, so he's now hoping for a first-up win in Argentina. And the Wallabies are looking to win their first 2 Rugby Championship tests for the first time since 2008. And here's the welcome for the Aussies.
Doesn't sound like a welcome to me, Clarkie.
They failed to win on the road in the 2014 Rugby Championship. This is their only away fixture in this year's shortened format. And Los Pumas, they broke a 9-match losing streak against Australia when they won this fixture last year in Mendoza, 21 points to 17. It was their first win against the Wallabies since 1997. They've never gone back-to-back against Australia. Last year was also their first ever win in the Rugby Championship, ending a 17-game winless streak. This is their first home game of 2015. Their record is not great in Argentina, winning just 2 of their last 16. So the win over the Wallabies last year was very significant. They're coming off that 39-18 loss to the All Blacks in Christchurch. 2 second-half tries put some respectability into the scoreline. And there are 7 changes to that run-on team, 2 in the pack and 5 in the backs, including a new centre combination at test level. Rod Kafer, that's going to be interesting. Number 12-1, Pablo Cecino on debut, and Matthias Moroni, only his 3rd test match. And here is the welcome for the Pumas.
Yeah, and given the Wallabies' form players, Tavita Kurandrani, Israel Folau and Matt Tamua will be looking to expose that midfield combination. But no doubt there'll be some pressure on that new centre pairing for the Argentinians.
Well, overall, the Wallabies lost 6 of their last 7 away games, including last year's spring tour, so they need to sort that out before the Rugby World Cup in England, which is just 8 weeks away now. Reserves making their way out for Argentina. I can report that the Australian anthem singer from last year has not been invited back.
What?
It's going to be Juanjo Delgado performing Advanced Australia Fair, Griselda Lopez Zelba with the Argentinian anthem.
We are assured he has practiced this year.
Pumas' last 3 wins over Australia were at home: 2014, 1997 and then 1987. Can't see any sign of lasers so far. We'll keep a close eye on that one at the goal kicking time. So we're just getting set for the formalities. Wow. What about the passion?
Oh, don't they love it? Clarkie, the crowd just getting right into it. The big band sound at the start.
So we're set now for this Rugby Championship encounter. The Wallabies looking for a win to keep their hopes alive of taking the title for the first time since 2011. Interesting stat is that the Wallabies haven't won their first away game since 2000, which is quite incredible. Wallabies now ranked 5th in the world, overtaking Wales with the win over the Springboks last week, and Argentina are 8th. Fernandez Lobe plays his rugby with the Toulon club alongside Matt Giteau and Drew Mitchell. And the referee from South Africa, Jaco Piper. Assistants are Chris Pollock, New Zealand, Stuart Berry from South Africa, and the television match official, Sean Velsman from South Africa. And haven't the TMOs had some work to do in recent weeks?
Ready.
We're underway. Estadio Malvinas, Argentina. That's the venue in Mendoza. And the Wallabies. Good take from the kickoff. Simmons. Foley through the hands immediately. Folau, an early touch for him. Kurandrani throws the dummy. They don't take it. Box kick. And no pressure at the back. So here's this young 7-star Santiago Cordero at fullback this week. Floating pass. McKelman. Tamani pops it up.
Really good ball movement from the Wallabies early. Every player getting a touch. What you want in a test match, to get your hands on the ball early so you can work your way into that match quickly.
Tamura and Moore got it away to Holmes. Got away from one. Push Lendaho out of the way.
Great carry.
Still advantage.
Still playing advantage, and Kurandrani can't get away from Moroni.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over as Skelton takes it forward. Almost stolen there by the Pumas. Slipper and Foley. And now Folau. Phipps. Vardy offloads. Simmons goes to ground. Oh, and stolen there by Fernandez Lobe. Brilliant work by the veteran, and now they leave it behind. So after all that good work by Fernandez Lobe, they cough it up.
Yeah, great start to the game. Perfect conditions for rugby. Hardly any breeze around. Dry pitch. Wallabies immediely into this wide open attacking structure. They ran into problems at the breakdown for exactly this reason. When you stretch teams and you're used to stretching, as soon as somebody makes a decision to go forward up the middle, everybody has to readjust their line. Weren't quick enough again to readjust. You've got to buy yourself, as the ball carrier, just a little bit of time. The Australian team a little bit heavier than their Argentinian punters. Will Skelton probably makes the extra 10 kilos there, Kearnsey.
I'm sure he does. Again, it was his hit up there. Again, doing the right thing and getting a bit of directness with the opposition, but his support players not able to adjust to get with him.
James Slipper, Kearns, been under a little bit of pressure with an injury in the shoulder, and probably is scrummaging, suffering because of it.
Yeah, he didn't have a great time in the scrum last week.
Yep.
We know he's had a bit of a shoulder injury for a while.
He slipped over there. Let's go.
James Slipper, his 28th straight test match in the Wallaby #1 jersey. Made a team high 13 tackles last week. So no one's questioning his work on defence and also in attack.
Oh, terrific around the field, Clark.
Fine. Sit.
Real good body position from Greg Holmes on this tight head side, Phillies.
We're moving
He scrummaged well all year, Greg.
Yeah, it's been
Just hold back.
fantastic.
What a story. Number 3, Greg Holmes. 2,858 days between test match starts. 7 years, 9 months and 28 days. But he's counting, not us.
Well, and it was a great hit up from him
Okay, let's get it.
earlier. He received a terrific ball, went through the gap and just kept the legs pumping.
Yeah, one of the things that gives Sakopi Kepu the edge is his ability around the field over a guy like Greg Holmes offers so much. And if Holmes can work on that aspect of his game, good scrummager, add a little bit of carrying ability.
Stay behind.
Comes back for McKelman to hand to Phipps. And Foley. There's that direct running from Matt Tamua. Quick recycle. Foley. Folau. Tamani. And it's play on. Flirting with the touchline. Terrific work to keep it in the field of play. Now it is Slipper. Fardy.
Good line.
Great opportunity. Good offload. Now it's Pocock. And good hands from Ashley Cooper.
Yeah, good scrambling defence from Argentina as well. They really got plenty of men over there to cover.
Cecino made the tackle. Now it's McKelman.
Argentina a man down in defence.
Karandrani! Pull down.
Play on from the back.
And that has been kicked into touch by one of the Pumas, I imagine.
It's off the foot.
Yes, it's going to be an Australian throw.
Nice sequence of attack there, mixing it up with Matt Tamua going hard forward. Some of the forwards going hard as well. That's a great ball back on the inside from Joe Tamani. Good to see them coming forward and trying to win those collisions. Just like to see as the game develops, Nick Phipps perhaps thinking about the shorter runners and using them there. You see the toe coming through, ball into touch. Wallabies with their opportunity for a line-out drive here, Kearnsy. Pocock back in. They'll be thinking about that structure, won't they?
They will be for sure. Argentina very good at defending, however.
So one of the Pumas down.
A lot of running for Nick Phipps early in the game. Had to cover a lot of territory, Cave.
Yeah, and as the game, with this pattern of play, it's not unheard of for somebody else to be jumping in there more often at 9, not your traditional 9 side to side. It's where you put Bernard Foley in there at 9, as he's a little bit closer. Maybe it's Matt Tamua who might jump in there if he's late to a breakdown. Argentinian coaching bench was splendid in there. Red tops. What would you call that colour, Kearnsy? That red, would it be fire engine red, or? I loved it.
Head coach Daniel Alcade. Moore finds Simmons, so again, terrific field position for the Wallabies, and Pocock has it at the back.
Really good defence from Argentina. Really good.
Now they have to use it. Wide ball. And again he beats a man, Israel Folau. Pocock. Just couldn't free the hands. Tamua inside. Was probing there was Joe Tamani. Pops out for Phipps. And Moore. Steals another metre or so on the ground. And now the Pumas have been caught offside. Kicking across field. And it's taken. Matthias Moroni not happy with the treatment there. Handed out by Folau.
A little bit sloppy from Israel Folau. This will go up for a review, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was in the air, there's no doubt about it. He's gone up to take that, and Folau has hit him whilst he was in mid-air. It wasn't a hard hit, but it was enough to unbalance him in the air.
There's a penalty. Yeah, nothing more. Okay. What captains? Okay. What I've got is I've got advantage for offside over there for you guys. This player, number 15, however, is not in a position to catch the ball, and it's dangerous. So it overrides the offside. It's just a penalty. No yellow card. No yellow card. He came down safely. Okay? Where's our mark? 5 out.
So it'll go against
The whistle's gone.
Israel
so
Folau.
it's after the whistle, so it's replay would have restarted.
Guys, on 22. It's over here.
What's the ruling?
Penalty. Yeah. Where? Dangerous over here, 5 metres. Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Just on. Yeah.
13 or 15?
15, I think.
15.
Over here.
The discipline let the Wallabies down in this fixture last year. Australia conceding 16 penalties, and they had 2 yellow cards handed out as well in that 4-point loss to the Pumas. So finally we get things back underway after 7.5 minutes. Still no points on the board.
Perhaps a tad frustrating for the Wallabies as well. They've had the ball pretty close to 100% of that 7.5 minutes and no points.
So it's been a good defensive effort by Argentina.
91% possession for Australia.
Oh, and there's a big tackle, and
he's down.
Tamua, who's had a history with head knocks this year, is not in great shape. Cordero. Argentina just need to hold on to this pill and
Leave it.
just start to work their way into the match. And Tamua still down.
Offside goal.
And the Wallabies now caught offside. And this is terrific work. Fernandez Lobe out on the wing, the flanker. And nothing happening there, so we'll come back for the penalty.
Yeah, real dangerous for Matt Tamua. He's had a few injuries throughout the course of the season, a few head knocks. Could be a real problem for Matt Tamua.
Well, then the question, do you bring on Beale or do you bring on Cooper if that's the case, if you have to replace him?
Watch here, Matty Tamua. He's always got that line speed in defence, loves it coming forward. Just gets the timing wrong. You can see their head on shoulder. And that stung him.
Offside.
And that'll be a check on the sideline, and it's number 22 coming on the field in Quade Cooper. So interesting to see what sort of switch they'll make here.
Kurtley Beale has played all of the year in 12 for the Waratahs, but
Give yourself space.
they've opted for Quade Cooper first of all off the bench. Augustine Cravey. And it's an overthrow, and it sits up though for Argentina. So good field position for them to mount an attack now. It's a youngster, Facundo Issa, the number 8.
One thing that really stood out last week for Argentina against the All Blacks is their ability to recycle possession, multiple phases. Scored 2 tries from just keeping the ball.
Otago Desia. So Sanchez. Good tackle from Foley around the bootlaces. Pops out the back and it sits up for Ndaho and Imhoff. Offloading. And now the Wallabies hold him up. The ball goes to ground and the Wallabies get the turnover.
Stephen Moore, Will Skelton really working together there. Slipper.
Out the back it goes to Foley.
Good kick.
Down to Moroney and across now to Santiago Cordero.
Off the foot play, nothing wrong.
Sanchez. And wide they go again. Both teams looking to open things up, and that's gone forward to Cravey.
There's plenty of support players on the inside from Argentina. There are not many Wallaby defenders.
I think Argentina really prepared at the moment to counter-attack and keep the ball on the field of play. Will back their scrum, perhaps against their line-out. Want to keep the ball in play, in the field of play. Use a very wide-open back row style, similar to where Australia's were in their last game. Their flankers out very wide. Just watch the position of the captain one, Tim Fernandez-Lobby. He'll spend a lot of his time out wide. Augustine Creevy as well, a player they call Sonny Bill Williams. It's his nickname because he's got the offloading game. Guernsey?
Well, scrummaging play and a ball player. That's rare.
Who would have thought it?
Gravy, the hooker, debuted as a flanker.
Yeah, look, let's just shift off there.
Scrum always so far coming down on the Herrera slipper side, Australia's loose head side.
An issue moves in. No, right. Okay, let's go.
Seems like they're not packing too low.
Shoulders up. Don't use your
See the straight marks on the ground there. Maybe it is a little slippery out there. Grass very short.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Number one. Chasing.
So it's gone against James Slipper.
It's over there, sorry. Number one, moving his feet. Chasing there. Yeah.
They take it quickly. Lavanini. Sanchez out the back and the wide ball now. Terrific work to Cordero. Not the biggest player on the park, only around about 78 kgs, but they did well on that occasion.
Yeah, really good feet.
And now the kick across field, and no pressure there. And it will be Quade Cooper who claims the mark.
Oh.
Wobbly old kick. Trapped on halfway by Sanchez.
Drop
and
goal.
he goes for the drop goal.
Just pushed it.
So wasn't all that far away.
He's just missed it out to the right. Oh, it was on target. And then started to drift away. Didn't hit it all that sweetly. Had enough on it though in the end.
Gee, talk about not hitting it sweetly. The Quade Cooper kick. Oh.
Yeah. That was just a little less sweetly than that one.
14 minutes gone. Foley. Down into Pumas territory. Sanchez goes high. Taken by Foley. Now Quade Cooper. Hit that one a little better. Getting back there is Martin Lendaho. Oh, good touch finder. Hasn't missed a rugby championship match since the Pumas came into this Southern Hemisphere competition. He's been captain in 5 tests as well. Didn't start against the All Blacks last week, so he replaces Thomas Kubeli.
Choices in this part of the field for the Wallabies, and they need to think about how they can play tactically a little bit better. Field position, driving line out from here, box kick, put pressure on the Argentinian defence. At the moment, they're defending very, very well. Looks like it's going to be a drive, maybe a bounce out from Pocock.
Good skills there from Pocock in the end to drag that one in.
Good run from McCalman.
Most run meters in the 2015 Super Rugby competition. Ben McCalman, wide they go, Kurandrani. But again, good defence by the Pumas. Box kick from Phipps. It's been touched, and they allow it to bounce, and it sits up nicely.
Balls out.
And it pops out the back. Imhoff. Vardy holds on.
Hold it.
Gravy. And Daho Sanchez. Picks out Folau. And he starts to wind up to the 10-metre mark. Now gives it to Foley and across to Joe Tamani!
No.
Well worked, Wallabies.
I saw it clearly. The play didn't change his line.
And Joe Tamani
I saw it.
has his 4th Test try.
Your player ran into him, he did nothing.
That's a very, very good call from Jaco Piper. It's very clear that Pocock's angle did not change. He did not obstruct the runner in any way. See that? That is a classic hospital fake, whatever, but great finish from Tamani.
And Kearns, it came off that box kick, and the Wallabies were running from a position on the field that's a hard place to run. 40 out from your own line. The defence can push up and really put pressure on you. And I was delighted to see Nick Phipps go to the box kick. Nothing on. Wallabies tackled well just outside the 22. Forced to poor kick. And then all of a sudden, Israel Folau gets the ball on halfway off a poor kick, and they're on the front foot. That's much better game management. That try came from game management. I would have liked to see that kick 1 or 2 phases early from Nick Phipps, because that's the difference between Super Rugby and Test Rugby. You've got to be able to make the adjustment to present yourself with opportunities to score tries, and it was a great finish by the Wallabies. Back 3.
Bernard Foley. His first attempt. And it's out to the left.
Stabbed at that.
His success rate on the spring tour last year was 89%, and that's where you've really got to be if you want to try and win the Rugby World Cup in the Northern Hemisphere later in the year. So the Wallaby kickers have some work to do, but 5 points to 0. Joe Tamani, try.
And Sanchez actually let his team down there. If he got himself into a better defensive position, he could have perhaps properly stopped that try instead of trying to force that fake penalty. Argentina making a mistake from the kickoff.
Hasn't hit the ball sweetly at all, Sanchez tonight. Normally a very good kicker out of hand. His kick there, which led to the try, was a poor one straight down Israel Folau's throat. The drop goal didn't come off well, and that kick out on the full needs to adjust things.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Phipps puts it in. Here's the shove coming from the Pumas, but it's picked up at the back by McKelman. Javier Ortega-Desio makes the tackle. That was floating with a little bit of danger there, but in the end it was safely into Adam Ashley Cooper's hands. The offload now to Stephen Moore. Back it goes to Foley, who just tries to turn him off around.
Good kick.
Oh, well done.
Cordero. And him off! Gets the kick away, and claiming it there and calling for the mark is Craig Cooper.
Good kick, but a poor chase.
He's happy with it. We're happy with it.
Terrific work by Cordero, and Imhoff didn't look like there was anything on. Craig Cooper on there for the injured Matt Tamua.
You've got to do better than a 2-man chase like that when you get the opportunity for a good kick. Simmons and Skelton just not quite working hard enough.
Goes backwards. And it's there for Sanchez.
Play advantage.
Penalty to Australia. Well done at the breakdown.
Nick Phipps.
Yeah.
Side
Phipps
entry,
missed that
number
tackle before. He would have been disappointed in that, so he's made up for that error, Cove.
Did really well, just kept chasing hard, never gave up the chase. Sanchez forced into throwing the dummy, held on, Phipps got up, put the pressure on. He and Pocock generated the turnover.
So some real pressure now for Argentina as they defend.
Just watch Phipps here, he keeps coming. And then he'll get up, and then he'll be in there and forces the clean out to come from the side because he was on his feet. Did really well. Now they're in a position to drive, Kernsey.
Yeah, Argentina will be waiting for it. Their defence before superb.
Maul. Once.
Ayerza came through and put some pressure on.
Yeah, yes,
Pocock.
very, very well.
And Phipps took a while to find his man, and Cooper.
Got it.
It was a high shot on Cooper. So now it's McKelman. Taken on the 22.
Done well there, McCalman. He was isolated. Bought enough time for his support players.
Simmons.
Got it. New advantage. Round the neck. Leave it, leave it. Leave it, leave it, leave it.
That's choking, red. Number 4, choking.
Yep. Hey, mate, get back. Step away. Please step away.
Plenty of feeling out there.
Just take it away.
Yeah, no lack of emotion.
Always starting to get drawn into this. See Jaco Piper.
Yep.
Already good.
They've
They've
got the
this
same. Number 4 around the neck. Yeah. Okay. 4. So I'm playing a couple of good advantages for you. All right. Is it clear directive for us to sort out?
Penalty goes against Manuel.
The next one
Barisa.
around the ruck, cleaning out around the neck, will be a yellow. This is a
That was the
turnaround penalty
first one. There was
against him.
nothing really in that. Will Skelton on the ground.
No, just stay back.
Held Landajo by the neck.
Around the neck.
So then it's been reversed. Because at the clean out, one of the Wallabies had Landajo around the neck.
Well, it's Will Skelton. And the referees are all aware that Skelton likes a little bit of the rough stuff. Looking out for him, just needs to holster it.
That's twice now that the Wallabies have had penalties reversed. First one with the Israel Folau non-tackle, and the man in the air.
Yeah, Australia have been dominant in the possession stakes. They'd
So-
be disappointed they're only 5 in front.
It's over the 50, no offside.
Terrible delivery from the top of the line
Over the
out
50,
there.
no offside.
Really
forward.
good, clever line out win. Outfoxed Australia.
No offside, it's over the 15. Yeah.
And Nick Phipps understands the
we go.
laws of the game perfectly. Once that ball is won beyond the 15, no offside line, he got in the way.
Here we go. All in. That was much better.
Segunda.
Crouch. Fine.
Comes back for Phipps. Having a run on the short side. Oh, and then... Well, we think he'd like to have that over again.
Yeah, ready blew it. Option.
Yeah, Phipps, I think, was hoping that Adam Ashley Cooper would, or Bernard Foley would cut back on the inside. That was the previous knock on off that line out.
We'll have to lift the shoulders. Yeah. You happy with that? Yeah. Can we lift the shoulders? Yeah. A little bit higher.
Segunda. Let's go, Slippy. Here we go, Michael.
Lots of talk going on there at scrum time.
Inside him. Bind. Sit.
Penalty now going against the Wallabies.
Second one. Movement from goal. Second one.
Yeah, just Wallabies trying to push some weight through.
And again, discipline letting them down, and scrum technique as well. Four penalties conceded by the Wallabies. But they still have it 5 points to nil. Adam Ashley Cooper, his 100th start in a test match. It's better delivery from the top of the line out for the Pumas. Kick over the top from Landaho and Quade Cooper. Giving it to Folau.
Last 7, no, fine. Inside.
A good kick from Quade Cooper.
We've had it confirmed that Matt Tamua will not be back, failing the concussion test.
Didn't change, just hold his line.
That's a blow for the Wallabies. He's really good at straightening up that attack. Foley and Tamua showed some good, very early signs.
Over the 50.
Won by Ortega Desio, and terrific work from Pocock, who came in. And he didn't steal the ball. It's there for the Argentinians. And having a good run was Camacho. Got it out to Lavanini, so they're on the front foot now, and Sanchez turning it back on the inside.
Right,
Cecino, Lendajo, Fernandez Lobe. Play on there for Sanchez. Wide ball from Herrera. Plenty of Wallabies defenders in there, but it comes back for Argentina. Lavanini.
Pocock really trying to get in there, breakdown.
Not rolling, too slow.
And the advantage is being played for Argentina, so this could be an opportunity for them to open their scoring after 28.5 minutes.
Well, there's been some excellent line-out work from Argentina, throwing to the back all of the time. Australia's got pretty good defensive line-out where Rob Simmons and Scott Vardy are standing. Forgot his name there for a second. Scotty Vardy, and they're doing great work in the air. And it's well recognised by the Pumas, and they're throwing where Ben McCalman is, right at the back of the line out, going to the 17, 18 metre throw, past the 15 metre line, and they're winning it comfortably. Some beautiful throwing from Kravi.
Nicolas Sanchez, he was a top point scorer in the Rugby Championship last year. He's played some rugby at Bordeaux and Toulon. He'll be playing Super Rugby in 2016, and he doesn't miss them from there. So Argentina on the board. It is Australia 5, Argentina 3.
Very borderline with a few tackles.
Wallabies having two kickable penalties reversed for ill discipline. Will that come back to haunt them?
So crisp and easy, that swing
I'll do the same
and the
for you.
kick. Just followed through nicely, straight through the middle.
Bit of hang time from Foley, and terrific work there by the Wallabies. It was Folau that got up. Now Moore. Skelton. That's better from the big man. Quade Cooper trying to spin out of the tackle, but Cecino Held on. Fardy. Foley, double round. No, Moore goes himself. Show and go from the captain. Now the offload. And Foley goes to ground. Phipps, here's Skelton again.
Inside entry.
Great Cooper. They're playing advantage. Crossfield again. He tries the little grubber kick, playing advantage.
Wallabies really getting some good go-forward ball from direct running.
10.
Lovely dummy from Stephen Moore.
Shot.
So they're going to have a shot here. Bernard Foley.
Good choice from Steve Moore. Just settle it down. Best way to keep the crowd out of the game. Lovely little show and go. Channeling Sean Fitzpatrick at his finest. I couldn't say either, Phil. I never saw it. Beautiful.
I showed I couldn't go.
Yeah, no question about that. But nice little interplay. Forwards and backs mixing together. Good to see Will Skelton getting a little bit of front foot ball as well. The Wallabies are so much better when he's carrying strongly. Needs to use that little bit of footwork. Has become a little bit straight up and down of recent times. At his best, he's got a little jink.
Again, no sign of any laser so far. And this one. Oh, out to the right. So none from 2.
It's becoming a bigger and bigger issue for Australian rugby, not having a goal kicker that is nailing those. The Argentines in there. Perhaps it's post box red, Cave.
That is a fair description.
Sorry, we have 2
Relieved.
balls on the field. There we go. Bring it.
They eventually retrieve the ball, and it's still 5-3. Simmons juggled.
It's a maul, yes.
And it's a maul.
It's a maul, yes. Your balls. Taken in.
Didn't take long for it to become a maul.
It's a kick-off. Yeah, it's a kick-off. General play kick, it's different. This is a kick-off. That's different. General play is different. Taken in.
Those tackles of the match so far. David Pocock.
It's a general play kick. This is a 22
His first start since December 2012. He was captain in 5 tests that year.
Need better. All in, let's go.
Plenty of pressure coming from Marcus Yosa on Simmons.
Finger went straight in the eye there of Rob Simmons.
Could have been done for a knock-on anyway, so...
Fine.
Right decision.
Sit.
Oh, terrific scrum from Argentina. One out the back door. This is Camacho. First test appearance since 2013. The right winger has had 3 shoulder reconstructions, so good to see Gonzalo Camacho back out there. He's had to be patient.
Still haven't solved this issue at loose head prop. James Slipper's such a fantastic player around the field. One of Australia's best tight forwards. Geez, you just feel like that scrum, Guernsey under pressure on the Wallaby loose head side. Are they getting enough from the back 5?
I was watching the back 5 earlier as Argentina go quickly right. The back 5 looked to be in pretty reasonable body position.
Cordero around halfway. And terrific work from Sanchez. Needed support. New holes just opening up there. Cordero loves to get involved from fullback.
4.
Camacho. Lavanini.
Oh, 2 second rowers. The Wallabies working well together.
And Pocock got his hands on it.
He's got it. On the ground. Yeah, read. Please go back.
Pocock at his best there.
Both of you. Just both of you.
Yeah, good
Come on,
tackles,
guys.
some good collisions from the Wallabies. Coming forward in defence,
Holding
making
on.
tackles, you see the difference.
And then the second play off, Blue played it back.
When you drive a team backwards and you're on the front foot, you can just see the pressure you're able to generate at the breakdown. Pocock all over it.
Yeah, been watching Pocock. He's really
If you
tried to
give me
get in
a
there on
clear
his
daylight
feet and work that turnover ball. It's the first chance
down
he's
there.
really had
I can't see
anywhere
it.
near it. It's a good kick from Bernard Foley.
Important now, a couple of minutes to go. Wallabies in great field position till half-time. They'll think now, do we drive? Do we try to change it up? Maybe take Tavita Kurandrani up the midfield. Probably what they need to do. Had most of the possession and territory.
Good one-handed take from Simmons, and now David Pocock. Inside ball to Tamani. Scored the only try in the match so far. Lays it back for Phipps. Skelton, beat one, Skelton.
That's the footwork he needs.
Oh, and then a cough up there from Phipps. So another wasted opportunity.
Well, there's a foot in there from the Argentinian player.
Advantage under pressure. Advantage is over.
Advantage is over now for the Pumas, and they cough it up. Penalty.
Playing it on the ground again.
Lost forward, and you're on the floor. Play it back. Listen. If he wants anything out of me, that's not the way to deal with me. I wasn't. Where's the mark? Right here.
Pointing to the post, and interesting decision. Maybe a little easier for Bernard Foley just to try and get his confidence going off the tee.
Yeah, needs to come back and hit one sweetly. Yucko Piper there, really, one of the things that's improved massively in Yucko Piper's game as a referee is his ability to not get flustered. This is what Nick Phipps was saying, that little red boot, kicked it out of his hands, and Nick Phipps was having a crack at Yucko Piper. He had a word with Steve Morse. If he wants to get anything out of him, that's just not the way. You know, having a little chuckle, a wry grin. He used to get flustered, Yucko. These days, much more relaxed, refereeing really well.
Yes, he's on top of his game, the South African. Pretty hostile environment for kickers. He just has to block out the crowd. And it is third time lucky for Bernard Foley. And it is the Wallabies leading by 8 points to 3. Fardy.
So the Wallabies will think they can get some more points leading into half-time.
Well, we spoke too soon. James Slipper replaced as well, so Scott Sio is out there.
Creevy did a great job there at the breakdown.
Oh, I saw it unfolding, Kearnsey. Scotty Fardy just tried to chew just a little bit too much. A minute to go. Just needed to bring that down, stay in the spot, allow his ripper to get straight on him, release the ball comfortably to him, and they would have won it. Been able to kick downfield and gone to half-time. He just got it fraction greedy. Wanted to go 2 or 3 steps. Left his support player isolated. Got himself to ground and got turned over. Wow, what an error.
So a golden opportunity for Sanchez to respond. Usually bread and butter stuff for Sanchez.
Certainly is.
Yeah, up go the flags. And so, at half-time in Mendoza, it is Australia leading Argentina by 8 points to 6.
Half-time at Estadio Malvinas, Argentinas in Mendoza. Some bright moments for the Wallabies, but also some frustration. Penalties missed, penalties reversed. Australia really should be further in front. They lead 8 points to 6. Marto, it was a bright start from the Wallabies.
Certainly was. The first 8 minutes, Australia had their intent. They showed width. They had plenty of hands on the ball. They were cleaning out nicely. Complete dominance, but no points. And then when Israel Folau chased that kick of Bernard Foley, it was the wrong option by Foley, and it was too long, and also Izzy made a bad decision.
Well, it was a great start though, Marto, wasn't it? The way they just got some continuity in the game. Israel Folau, I think it was a fair penalty. Israel Folau didn't have eyes on the ball, and Nicolas Sanchez, who had just been injured about a minute before then. So
we lost control of the game then.
Yeah, well, the flow of the game was to the Wallabies. That Matt Tamua, crucial there, got a bad knock on his jaw, so right shoulder of, I think it was Sochino, and Matty Tamua. So he's left the field, but the headbin didn't come back on the field. So Quade Cooper now is at inside centre.
Oh, what about this? Now, the key to this is the speed. As soon as he caught it, the speed he went at the defence. They trotted up with their chasing game, and it was a numbers game on the outside, and Tamani too good for Desio, the blindside flanker. Wonderful stuff created by Israel Folau. Look at him. He takes the ball and he takes off. A lot of players will only saunter to the line. He took off and made people make decisions. There was no worry with Pocock. Became 3-on-2 and an easy enough try.
Yeah, wonderful work from Israel Folau, the pace of the game. But also, then you look at Stephen Moore, and I think he's realised now you've got to earn the right to go wide by getting across the advantage line first. And Australia had plenty of ball, not a lot of points to show for it.
So Joe Tamani, the only try scorer to half-time. His first test try since 2013. That was against Wales at Millennium Stadium. So he is back on the scoreboard. And Bernard Foley, well, a mixed night so far with the boot, with those missed kicks. And we're just hearing also that James Slipper has failed his concussion test, so he won't be back. So Slipper concussed, and also Matt Tamua. And, well, the possession has evened up. Australia was dominating it at one stage there in the first half.
Yeah, the 7+ phases is something you always look at, and the Wallabies have been disappointed to only have one of those to go past 7+ phases. Michael Cheika, the start of the game, Marto, as you mentioned, that first 10 minutes, the control and possession that Wallabies had, they haven't got a lot to show for it. They missed tackles, both sides hurted them.
Yeah, it's bad for the Wallabies. The other one was on the previous page, the penalties. Yeah, they should have had 7 points on the board, or at least 3, walked away, because the psychological tone of the game changed towards the Argentinians. They're at home, and we could have taken them out of the game, and we didn't.
Nick, I like what I see from the Wallabies. I think playing away, they've just got to be patient now. It's really important. Michael Cheika will be saying to the team, be patient, you're getting on top of them, just keep control of the ball.
The loss of Matt Tamua is huge, because obviously he wanted to have a look, Michael Cheika wanted to have a look at Matt Tamua in 12 with the All Blacks just a couple of weeks away now, so he hasn't got that decision to make. We're going to take a quick break on Fox Sports. On the other side, we'll take you back to Mendoza. The Wallabies, they need a start in the second half like they got in the first. See you in just a moment. Just moments ago in the Wallaby dressing room in Mendoza, the final instructions from Michael Cheika, Mario Ledesma there, just having a chat also to Ben McCalman. What would they be saying? What would Michael Cheika be saying at this stage? He's obviously as frustrated as the rest of us are watching that performance. What would his instructions be?
Oh, I think it's about being patient. It'll come, and sometimes it's difficult with the defensive pattern of Argentina, but it'll happen. But also in defence, he wants them to keep rushing up and take the space off the attacking side of Argentina.
And rediscovering that sense of urgency that they had early, Mano.
Oh, yeah, well, they hang on to the ball. They're going to have to grind it down. They're not going to win by 20 points in a flashy manner. They're going to have to do this slowly but surely, and hopefully Foley can kick all these penalties.
A couple of the question marks out of the back of last week, and we saw Ben McCalman come into the side. We saw Greg Holmes come into the side. How have you judged the set piece in that first half?
I thought it was all right. I noticed how much time they spent in the dressing room with the props and hookers talking about it. So they're concerned, but I thought we were all right on our own ball. We struggled sometimes on the Argentinian feed.
The halves combination?
Not too bad. I think Nick Phipps is really getting some good distribution away, and Bernard Foley, I like what I see. I like the width in the game that the Wallabies are trying to achieve.
And better at the breakdown too in that first half. So still a work in progress for the Wallabies, but they'll need to finish off here and keep that momentum going. Win South Africa last week in here and march on those matches in Sydney. Back to Greg Clark.
So 8 points to 6 at the break. Good to see some gold in the crowd. And had a lot to cheer about in the opening 40. And the Wallabies under enormous pressure now. The Argentinians going for back-to-back wins for the very first time ever over Australia. Just the one try in it so far, confirming that James Slipper and Matt Tumua have failed concussion tests, so that's why they're off the field. Scott Sio replacing Slipper, and Quade Cooper went out there in the first half to replace Matt Tumua. Second half underway in Mendoza. Good take. So the 10-year up declare it out of their 22 eventually.
He's got it.
And it's a turnover.
First man in.
Sio.
Sio's on. Good carry from Sio.
And Phipps looked right and then decided to go left. There's a flick pass from Quade Cooper to Kurandrani.
Did brilliantly to hang on Kurandrani.
And then the arm goes out. So pretty good start to the second half already for the Wallabies. Not coming out of there. And Jaco Piper is going to have a chat.
Preview the skipper.
They asked you to let it go. Right? Nick, that's no more for that. You have to react.
It's a final warning for Augustine Cravey. And Moore will take the 3.
Scott Fardy tight on the ball then, did really well to survive the clean out. And then good carry here. And Cravey's going to feel like he had a chance there. He's going to say maybe there wasn't a ruck form because Scott Fardy was off his feet. He'd survived the clean out. Touch and go. Got the hands on the ball. Just a penalty. Obviously not a yellow card or anything like that yet. He was having a fair contest at the ball, he felt. 1 from 3 off the boot tonight.
Foley from in front. And the flags are up, and so it is 11 points to 6.
Oh, Clarkie, that was a horrible strike off the boot. I thought he'd missed the goal. Jeez, there are some concerns around his goal kicking.
But the start that Michael Cheika would have been looking for. First points. Still a long way to go. Argentina going high there is Folau.
Straight in from the side. Very clear.
Run the side.
Ayutza.
Yeah, a little frustrating for the Wallabies, Cave. They'll feel that, you know, they've been fairly dominant in this match and they should be further in front, but Argentina, they just have a knack of staying in touch, don't they?
Well, they're defending very, very well. Low tackles, good line speed. The Wallabies are really predictable in their attack at the moment. It's all out the back. They're sort of using this little block of play going over the top, then shifting the ball laterally. Haven't got any variety in their game. Interesting to see. Now this is a good position for the Wallabies to attack from. They go to this five-man line out. Pocock as the insert. Adam Ashley Cooper at the front. Watch him for second phase.
Simmons went high, straight down to Pocock, and Phipps out the back. Here's Tamani. Cooper, wide ball to Falau. Good footwork. Simmons and Foley. Moore slips it on to CO. Front row is working in tandem. Phipps. Oh, it's a poor pass. So another wasted opportunity.
Great Cooper. For years was great. Squaring, taking the ball at the line. Last couple of seasons, since the knee injury, gets caught more so running across field. Nice little tip on. That's good play. Watch Quaid out the back here. This is his chance to really square up. Look where his body's turning. He's turned directly towards the sideline. Love to see him. It's a great shot there. Love to see him square on, going straight at the defensive line. That's what he used to do so well, Kearnsey, when he was right on. So now it's just a little lateral.
Yeah, cramping his outside men. In that case, a poor pass as well. Try to get it through the hands as quickly as possible.
Crouch. Let's go, Scotty. Fine. Set.
Argentina will look for a long scrum here again, probably. Try to generate a penalty out of this under pressure Wallabies pack. Because he's got CO at loose head.
It was brilliant last week when he came on. Scrum. Very good performance. Good around the park too. I like his play around the field. He's still a youngster. 23 years of age. Plenty of learning. Strong, works hard.
Shoulders up, square. Crouch. Chest through, Scotty. Fine. Set.
And Daho puts it in. Here's a shove from the Pumas. And they earn the penalty if they want it. Out the back it goes. Now they're running onto it, front foot ball, and the wide ball needs to sit up, and it does. Camacho. Now Issa.
No more.
Cordero. Crowd getting back into it now.
No hand. No hand.
Cicino, man on debut. And now Ramiro Herrera. Rare touch for him. Lavanini. Sanchez. Issa. Barney holds on to Imhoff.
Balls up. Balls in the air. Here it comes. Yes, it's up.
Cordero. Just happy to pick and go up towards the 22. Building some confidence now. Ortega Desia. And there it is. Penalty at the turnover penalty.
7 goals.
Pocock. What a great scrum from the Argentinians out of their half. We were talking about wondering how Scotty CO would go, and he got buried in the scrum. The first loose head playing against Argentina to run into some trouble. Goodness me. Had the natural wheel on his side, had everything going for him, but couldn't fight it off. Wallabies defend well across 10 or 12 phases.
Yeah, terrific. And the way they were able to take advantage of it from there. Really good, slick ball movement from Argentina. This pass here wasn't quite what they wanted, but they got the perfect bounce up and kept attacking down that right-hand side. Joe Tamani didn't get himself in a good position to make that tackle. Then the Wallabies defended well, regathered after that.
Encouraging to see the Pumas going wide, using the ball. 22 of their Rugby Championship squad have signed on for Super Rugby next year, and Wade Cooper caught again. So they should be competitive in Super Rugby with so many of these players heading back to Buenos Aires from their overseas clubs.
Advantage.
Yeah, Evans just got it wrong on that occasion. Quade Cooper floats one over the top to Pocock. Having a strong run, David Pocock. Got rid of Cordero. Imhoff came at him and put him into touch. Showed some speed.
Oh, did well. Did really well, David Pocock.
It's just a counter ruck.
You're always happy for if you have to. You want to go into touch. Beat the tackle there, was left with no options, kept the legs driving. Tried to just get it back in off the foot. Adam Ashley Cooper's called it in. Michael Checker, of course, not happy, but here's their chance to put pressure on.
There's the clearance from the in goal.
Okay, offside.
Wallabies not back 10.
7, offside.
In the back line, it'll be 10 metres
offside.
from the mark.
Too quick.
Much better game tonight from Will Skelton as well, I thought. It's been a couple of times where the Wallabies needed a little bit of get-go, and Skelton's just got them over the advantage line and able to recycle some ball.
Shocking position, though, to give away a penalty. You've done the hard work. You've turned over the ball 5 metres out from the opposition line. They've put a poor kick back to you, and you give away a penalty for offside in that situation.
Plenty of offsides.
Ready to come on.
Hasn't featured in a test match since 2010, Dean Mum. '17 also warming up, Noel Titez Chaparro.
Ball's out. Ball is out.
No one there for Landajo. Through the legs from Fernandez Lobe. And a terrific carry from Cecina.
Hooper on as well.
Sanchez, mistake.
Away, 10, away.
And more. Dives on it.
Not rolling, 10. That's the roll.
Not rolling away.
It's just going to roll. Cool. That's a lot, sir. 10 not rolling.
52 minutes gone. Penalty, Wallabies, and they're going to have a shot. So Pocock and Hooper both out there together.
3.
Imhoff going
6.
without it.
The little short passing game from Argentina has been excellent tonight. Just that ability to offload the ball, put the ball into space in front of a player, keep it alive has been fantastic. It hasn't been long, wide, open passing, just crisp, short, sharp passing to players running into space. Very good.
Michael Checker has a big decision to make about David Pocock and Michael Hooper. Hooper, sensational last week. Pocock, sensational coming off the bench. And so far in this match, David Pocock, 1 line break, 4 tackle busts, 48 run meters, 12 tackles, 2 forced breakdown penalties. And now Foley looking to stretch the lead. It's over. So a little bit of breathing space.
Yeah, by far and away his best kick tonight.
14-6.
See the difference in his action when he relaxes and comes into the ball and he looks calm. Doesn't try to hit it too hard. Nice strike.
Pumas kicking off again. Pocock lifted. Good control. Now it's Simmons.
Balls out, play.
Back
Take
to
it back, stand.
Bernard Foley. And this is Cordero. He's been impressive.
Last.
Yeah, really good footwork from the back three from Argentina. Not the biggest winger and fullback of all time, but certainly great feet and quick.
Cravey trying to hold him up. Good offload out to Lavanini. Sanchez driven back, and that copybook tackle from the new man, Hooper. Cordero allowed to run and intercepted, and now it is Hooper. Just couldn't offload to keep the movement going. Kicking over the top now, Phipps.
That's a good kick.
And they allow it to bounce, and Lavanini is there.
Pocock over the ball.
But this time, not a clear release from one of the Wallabies.
No release at all, 7. Just release it.
I like that kick from Nick Phipps. Wallabies need to get much better at managing the middle of the field. Tend to want to run everything. Teams love to defend that middle of the field. I think the kicking game's so important for the Wallabies to get the balance right, and it's not right at the moment. A little kick like that from Nick Phipps changes the dynamic of your defensive structure. Argentina now with a great position.
So Greg Holmes is being replaced. And 18 coming up. Sekope Kepu.
No hold.
Zolo Kimancho off as well. He'll be delighted to be back in Puma's colours after those 3 shoulder reconstructions. But his night is over. And an overthrow, and it sits up nicely for Issa.
Yeah, hand in there from CO.
You're off your feet and you're playing it back. You're just off your feet and he's playing it back.
They've just got to be careful with their discipline inside their own half, because Sanchez will bang them over. .56 minutes gone. Nicolas Sanchez. 2 from 2 in the first half. 39 metres well within his range. Sanchez. The crowd tells the story. So they're staying in touch. 14-9. Pumas have never scored more than 2 tries at a home game against Australia. Haven't really looked like scoring so far tonight, but they won't go away. They'll keep the pressure on. Issa. Young man plays for Toulon in France. Teresa. Back to Sanchez. Deliberately kept that in the field of play, and it's play on as Ashley Cooper takes it under some pressure.
Yeah, did really well, Adam Ashley Cooper there.
Gurandrani and Hooper out now to Dean Mumm having a run. Fresh legs off the bench, Dean Mumm! Oh, this could be a terrific start.
Wow.
And it's a try! Welcome back, Dean Mumm. First Test appearance since 2010. What a run, Mumm.
Well, they held off him and held off him.
Thanks, man. Take him.
The two hookers taking control. Two skippers.
Please, Captain, please take your boys away.
Steve Moore just saying, I'll take him back. Don't turn that penalty around, please. The try. Had two penalties turned around, but before that, Kearnsey, before the run, before the try, it was a tremendous kick-off and kick chase from Hooper and Pocock. This pass will be forward, there's no doubt about that. That's a mile forward. Try's been awarded, and it was this great kick chase. The Wallabies defended well. Argentina unable to exit, and that set it up for Mumm.
Well, it's his second Test try. He scored one back in 2010 against the Springboks. Very important one in his comeback Test appearance.
Really good from Adam Ashley Cooper there. That take under pressure and the hit did really well.
Yep.
Foley, another poor attempt. So it's 19 points to 9. 2 missed conversions, 1 missed penalty. 3 from 6.
Yeah, down the right-hand side they go. That pass, yeah, case right, was forward. But Dean Mumm does really well, and Tavita Kurandrani does beautifully just to help him over.
The Wallabies can't control it at the kickoff, so Argentina, who were fired up after that try from Mumm, now looking to hit back.
General play.
Tego Desio. Hooper goes in trying to disrupt the breakdown, but it comes back for Landajo. Now here's the new man, Titez Chaparro.
Lovely tackle from Sio.
Sanchez, 23 is on there. Lucas Gonzalez Sammarasino, very experienced, 42nd Test cap, now 29 years of age. People thought he should be starting. Titez Chaparro. And Sanchez through the hands. Beautiful ball out to Gonzalez Sammarasino, and then they make a mess of it. Looking for touch,
mighty
and
kick.
finding it. Martin Fernandez Lobe, former captain.
Number again. 9.
Change coming. The pictures coming from Argentina TV. You can see there the changes in the pack for the Wallabies.
Let's penalise it. Let's penalise it.
Juan Pablo Cecino Hitting it up in midfield. Cabelli and still there. Big tackle. They did well to keep it in the field of play. Good offload. Lavanini.
Ball's out.
The ball is out. They stood there and looked at it. It should be a turnover. It is. And Kepu gets it out to Moore. Out the back it goes. And one bounce into touch.
Nice play. Smart play. Wallabies really almost offside all of the time. They're right on top of that gain line. Craig Cooper then, turnover ball, smart kick into the corner. Put some field position pressure on.
Wallaby defence seems a little bit better this second half as well in terms of the intensity of the tackle.
Advantage.
There's a penalty going against Australia.
Once again, that soft penalty in an opposition 22 when they've just got a kick into touch. Discipline, Clark, has been terrible from the Wallabies. Terrible.
And they take on the world number 1, New Zealand, in a fortnight. First of the Bledisloe Cup tests in Sydney. I just wonder what the Rugby World Cup opponents in the Wallaby pool, England, Wales, Fiji in particular, what will they be thinking? Will they be shaking in their boots?
Knock on off the kickoff and let's scrum. That's what England and Wales will be thinking.
He's coming.
20 coming on now for the Pumas, and that's Leonardo Senatore, another one of their more experienced players, 30th appearance. So the youngster, Facundo Isa, who's been impressive at number 8. His night is over. Imhoff plays for Racing Metro in Paris. Out the back it goes. Sanchez. Gravy. There's that offload. That's why they call him Sonny Bill. Not bad for a hooker. Ortega Desio taken. Now they need to make up for a couple of poor passes.
Good defence, Pocock and Tamani.
Carissa, who played about 17 games for the Stormers in Super Rugby in the last 2 seasons. And that one goes to ground, so Gravy
Forward of
picks it
goal
up.
hand. Back shift. Advantage is over.
This is Marcus Yersa, who's won 4 premierships with Leicester, the number 1.
Last. No.
Cabelli. Titez Shaparo. 15 minutes remaining on the test match.
Stop, 20.
Yeah, they're getting a little frustrated. They weren't getting any go forward. So Folau gets a chance to run.
And he offloads brilliantly. Flick pass from Phipps to Foley. Now Mum. This time he's taken.
First man in.
And they turn it over.
That ball was out.
Hernandez Lobe. Oh, and then that was silly again from the Wallabies. And he could go to the pocket here because it was very cynical.
Sean, you think we need a review?
It's Craig Cooper.
Yep. Put it up on the screen. Yep. Going upstairs.
They conceded so many penalties in this fixture last year and also copped 2 yellow cards.
Ball in. Burn it.
Cerebral, several high tacklers.
Yeah. And it's a definite arm, yeah. Definitely. Just all?
Just let go straight away here.
Yeah, sure. From my view, he swings out his arm late, hits him on the neck. There's been a few high tackles, so that, to me, that's a yellow card.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
Australia down to 14.
You definitely shoot your arm out late. Hit some eye, and there's been a few eye tackles.
Quade Cooper to the bin. And Argentina now, they will lift with a little over 14 minutes remaining.
Right decision from the referee. Australia
Had to be.
only themselves to blame. There's been a number of incidents around there. You don't give a ref many options when you stupidly stick out your arm like that. The Wallaby players shaking their heads, but just don't give the ref many options.
5 and 10.
So a couple of changes for Argentina. Thomas Levanini is coming off, and also Nicolas Sanchez.
Well, here comes the rolling maul from Argentina.
There's Leonardo Salvatore.
Wallabies, Will Skelton will have to come to the fore here. This is his strength. Defence in rolling mauls is very good.
Stolen though from Rob Simmons. How important.
We've got Skelton as the lifter. None better.
Use a 9.
And back in the end goal is Foley.
Yep,
And it's out, but they'll take the quick throw in.
What's happened here? Stuart Berry said he's caught it in the field of play and then put his foot down afterwards. Wallabies get a lucky break.
18 and 19 also coming on.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was going to say that the ball hadn't crossed the plane of touch. Players played it inside the field of play, then put his foot down afterwards.
Tatafu Pelota now finds the target. Box kick from Phipps.
Yeah, block the path.
Number 2, crossing the line.
Well, a couple of calls going the way of the Wallabies, so they'll take it. Alamado is on there for Levanini.
Again, smart game management, driving play, box kick, good kick chase, and you get a penalty opportunity to take points.
And waste some time with man down.
Number 2, Kerry changes his line. Block the chase.
So Dean Mumm happy with his effort in the second half, coming off the bench to score a vital try.
Would have loved to see a little bit more from Tavita Kurandrani. He hasn't had much chance to run tonight to straighten up that Wallaby attack.
It's been great defence, Kearns. That midfield defence from Argentina has been fantastic. Cecino and Maroney. There's been no space out there at all for the Wallaby inside backs.
Foley. Oh, and this one's going to come around. So I don't think he'll be happy with the execution, but he'll take the 3 points.
Wallabies are 8 from 14 off the boot in the first 2 games of the Rugby Championship. Certainly need to do better than that in international rugby.
Well, but there's really no one putting their hand up, is there, Cave, to really take that goal-kicking spot? No one kicking in the high 80s that you'd want it to be going into a World Cup.
I think we'd be happy with the high 70s, actually. Low to mid 70s, we'd take it right now.
So some breathing space for Australia. 22 points to 9.
So Kepu, Pelota now, and Sio making up the front row now.
Once again, Wallabies in a position on the field. Game management important. Let's see what they call. Perhaps if they can win the ball, a crash in the midfield.
No Quade Cooper, who's in the bin.
Yep. So look for something with Tavita Kurandrani coming up the middle. Joe Tamani chasing him, then maybe it's a good kick chase.
Yes, plenty of things on it. Yeah. Okay, so lift it. You get away from the arm, and we lift you, number 2. 16. Agree.
Come on, boys. Stay there. Crouch.
Height.
Five. Sit.
Good scrum from the Wallabies. Really good scrum.
And they get the advantage as well. They chip and they chase on the inside. That cleaning up there was the Imhoff, so no advantage. It'll be a penalty.
Argentina not expecting that.
I just say, Kearnsy, that Tafu Pilota now is an excellent scrummager, probably the best of all the hookers scrummaging.
Yeah, very powerful. It's always also fresh. That makes a difference.
Speaking of scrummagers and hookers, young Santiago Iglesias Valdez, the 22-year-old, is about to come on for his Rugby Championship debut, but he's played 10 tests before for the Pumas. 8 minutes remaining.
His father works as the video analyst for the team as well, Clarkie. Probably does well on the stat sheet, I'd reckon, every week. Makes an impact off the bench, I betcha.
So the captain, Agustin Cravey, 8 years abroad, but he's signed for the Argentinian Super Rugby team to be based in Buenos Aires from next year. So we'll see a lot of him in the Southern Hemisphere. So his night is over. I'd imagine that Fernandez Lobe will take over the captaincy, and they go to the back, and it's been stolen by Carissa.
That was a knock on that they've just missed there.
They go wide now. All or nothing for the Pumas is Moroney. As the ground, Moroney and Sino, the two centres, it's their first test together. He probably acquitted himself pretty well. There he goes again.
Beautifully.
Cicino.
Hooper read it well, but Cicino had his measure.
Plays for the Newcastle Falcons in the UK. The dummy from Fernandez Lobe. So the Pumas desperate for their first try to get back into this test. Gonzalez Emeracino.
No more.
The belly waits for it. Vitez Chaparro.
Keep working, Dave. Get in the line, Simon.
Senatore.
Oh, big hit from
Diaz.
Skelton.
Skelton lined up the former Highlander, Matthias Diaz.
16 hands up. Use
Yeah, really good. Dean Mumm, I think it was.
19 still on his feet.
Yep, well done, Dean Mumm.
And the breakdown goes out wide for Argentina. Wallabies tend to get very compressed in the midfield. They're leaving a lot of space on the open side. Teams will look to exploit them by stretching to one side of the field and then stretching back to the other. There's space. Argentina, you feel, if they could get the ball out there, are a chance.
Bernard Foley bangs it into touch. 14 tackles by Pocock, 3 carries.
Okay. 9. And the Simbin's coming back.
So a couple of changes with 5 minutes to go.
Yellow card's coming back.
Nick Phipps coming off, and 21 is on there, so Nick White from the Brumbies.
Show numbers.
Quite
Tafu Pilota now throwing in It's Tatafu's 30th birthday. Happy birthday. Will there be double celebrations? Foley, and Adam Ashley Cooper, who hasn't really been in the game on the right wing.
See that way, sorry.
The veteran won't be happy with that.
There's no points.
Yeah, just took a little deflection off the Wallaby player going over the top. Curtly Beale on the field now for Quade Cooper.
Kirtley's 50th Test cap. Congratulations to him. It was around this time, or this fixture last year, that maybe his international career looked like it might be over.
Things were certainly off the rails then. Clarkie back on now.
Crouch! Bind!
The last time the Wallabies kept the Pumas trialless in a Test match was way back in 2002 at River Plate. So can they do it again? The penalty goes to Australia.
Dominance and collapse.
Yeah, great scrum. Sakopi Kepu onto the tight head side with his hooker, Tafu Pilota now, and Scotty Sear. That's a pretty good front row, Phil.
Yeah, Tatafu was in perfect body position then, really got into a good driving position. And when he's got that body shape, it's so much easier to transfer that weight from the second row through onto Argentina. Good kick from Bernard Foley.
Oh, it's a cracker. 6-7 metres out. Wallabies now with an opportunity to see if they can get their driving game going. Cicino, he's played very well. Newcastle Falcons reminds me of Jamie Noon. In the midfield used to play very well for the Falcons. Shocking throw, but they win it.
And Pocock drives from the back. Got the arm out, and now Hooper.
Advantage from the side.
Inside ball, Foley pops it over to Kurandrani, try to Australia. A try in back-to-back Test matches for Tavita Kurandrani. So that's 3 tries. Can they come up with another one before full time to pick up a bonus point?
Well, there was a lot to like about that Wallaby try. Not everything went their way, but they were able to manufacture enough to get there. Foley, a lovely ball over the top to Kurandrani. But at the rolling maul time, the ball spat out the back, wasn't expected. They didn't panic, just went through with it.
That would have been a side entry, collapsed up a yellow card.
Wallabies now a little bit of energy, thinking about 2 minutes to go. Can they get another try? You know, we know they can score in the 82nd minute.
No problem that time for Foley from close range, so handy lead now.
Bernard Foley, really good piece of judgment there. Just took his time, didn't panic with that offload. Got the ball into 2 hands. You can see him just look around, pick where his runner was. Does really well to transfer the ball from his chest up above his head. Fine Tavita.
Kepu, Foley. Folau scored a hat-trick against the Pumas in Rosario a couple of years ago. Oh, brilliant ball out to Adam Ashley Cooper, a great fend, and there is the 4th try, there is the bonus point. And so the Wallabies are going to go into the first Bledisloe on equal points with the All Blacks, and the Rugby Championship will be decided in Sydney.
Well, lovely run from Israel Folau. Just saw that little hole on the inside. There wasn't much there. Offloads, perfect timing of the passes to both players. A miss on Adam Ashley Cooper, and over he goes.
Curtly Beale, great ball, ran hard to put himself in position. That is a super ball. Not many who'll throw that under pressure and put it on the spot. Real impact last week for the bench, from the bench of the Wallabies, and again this week. Huge impact off the bench. Different players, similar result.
Yeah, scrum time again. We saw it last week when the bench came on. great performance, and again this week.
So out of Ashley Cooper, trying back-to-back test matches, scored in Brisbane against the Springboks. He's averaging 83 metres at each of the last 7 tests. Going into this evening, 4th Wallaby to start in 100 tests. The others are George Gregan, Nathan Sharp and David Campese. 32 test tries, so he's 3rd on the all-time list behind David Campese and Chris Latham. Time is up on the clock. And again, Bernard Foley not happy with his connection, but it didn't matter because at full time in Mendoza, the Wallabies have beaten the Pumas by 34 points to 9 after they led by 8 points to 6 at half-time. Plenty to talk about, not always pretty, but what about the scoreline? It looks good from here. 34 to 9. We'll take a break and then we'll come back and wrap it up from Mendoza.